When it comes to rolling dough, the possibilities are endless. Billionaires can turn their wildest fantasies into reality. Imagine buying a sports team, owning real estate around the world, private jets, and luxury yachts. Roman Abramovich is no exception. We're about to tour his $412 million mansion. The guy behind the wheel. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready because we're talking about a man who has more money than he knows. That's right, we're talking about Roman Abramovich, the former owner of Chelsea Football Club and former governor of the Chukotka Autonomous Oblast, who owns a collection of superyachts, luxury cars, private jets and residences that would make even the most extravagant of celebrities envious. If you think your car collection is impressive, think again. Because of the sheer size of Abramovich's collection, the Wall Street Journal once called it the Roman Empire. I mean, we're talking about someone who has more wealth than some countries and isn't afraid to show it off. But let's not rush. First, we need to talk about the people behind the fortune. Roman Abramovich is a 56-year-old billionaire who is worth more than we think. Estimates of his fortune today are very high. According to Forbes, he will be worth as much as $14.5 billion in 2021 and is currently worth about $9.2 billion. I don't know about you, but I have a hard time even counting to a billion. So you can imagine how rich this guy is. But what are you going to spend that much money on? Well, if you're Abramovich, you buy stuff, a lot of stuff. Like a yacht. Super yachts, to be precise. This guy owns a collection of yachts that would make James Bond jealous. Mind you, this isn't just a yacht. We're talking yachts with swimming pools, movie theaters, and even mini-submarines. I mean, who needs a mini-sub? Abramovich clearly does. Don't forget about cars. A luxury car, to be precise. Abramovich's garage is full of them. Lamborghini, Ferrari, Bentley, you name it. If it's expensive and flashy, he'll buy it. But you know what's better than driving a luxury car? By private jet, of course. Abramovich has a lot of that too. But all that extravagance would have been for naught if Abramovich hadn't provided parking for his yacht, car, and plane. So of course, he has a collection of houses all over the world. We're not just talking about any old home here. Villas with countless rooms, complete with swimming pools, tennis courts, and even private beaches. Let's take a look at the mansions the billionaire has bought over the years, as well as the prices for New York townhouses. While us mere mortals are busy calculating our monthly rent, Roman Abramovich is buying up entire neighborhoods like SimCity. But even for a billionaire like Abramovich, some properties are more complicated than others. His plan, for example, to build the largest private residence in Manhattan. The man wanted to combine 3 townhouses on the Upper East Side into one massive mansion, and even bought another townhouse to add to max spend. Only $96 million. Easy come, easy go, but the plot twists and turns. Abramovich sold 4 adjacent homes to his ex-wife Dasha Zhukova for $92.3 million. Well, I don't know about you, but I can't even imagine having that much cash to buy and sell multi-million-dollar real estate at will. What is Zhukova doing with her new real estate empire? It looks like she's clearly determined to go ahead with plans for a 31,000 square foot mansion. Because, you know, we only have 10 bedrooms. House really couldn't hold on these days. Plans for the mansion include indoor and outdoor swimming pools, a sauna and 2 lifts, one of which appears to be for farmers, a wine cellar, or even a private roof garden. Because if you're that rich, why not have your own private sanctuary in the sky? But let's not forget that this is just one of Abramovich's many possessions. The man managed to go viral with his multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio, infecting cities around the world with his madness. Well, it's like Monopoly, but instead of buying Boardwalk and Park Place, he's buying entire streets and neighborhoods. It must be wonderful, right? When it comes to real estate, Abramovich doesn't care about the Fanning Hill estate. Abramovich lost the beautiful fortune in another divorce proceeding. This slice of paradise is one of the British billionaire's first ventures, and it's real steal. But let's be honest, this particular property has had many owners over the years. The first was Sir Albert Braithwaite, who owned the property until his untimely death in 1959. We can only imagine the fun he had in those 8 bedrooms and 5 reception rooms. But wait, it gets juicier. Fast forward to the 1970s and 1980s, and Jordanian businessman Tasha Jar rises to power. Not only was he a friend of King Hussein of Jordan, he also had the misfortune to witness the biggest robbery in Sussex history. That's right, folks, £800,000 worth of jewelry was stolen from the property in May 1983. Hajar even offered a reward of £80,000 for the capture of the thieves, but unfortunately they were never caught. But sad news. On a positive note, it all adds to the hotel's fascinating history. Well, the story continues. In May 1989, the Jar decided to sell the property to Australian publisher and broadcaster Kerry Packer for a whopping $5 million. Parker was such a polo lover that he even built his team's headquarters on the land. He will arrive in early May for the 3-month British polo season, where he will be hanging out with all his polo mates at his luxurious estate. But Parker wasn't satisfied with that. Property? Oh no. In June 1989, he bought nearby Great House Farm for just £580,000, and by June 1990, he had acquired a further 600 acres nearby. It's safe to say that Parker lived his best life at Fanning Hill Estate. And let's not forget Packer's daughter Gretel, who married at the estate in 1991. It was possibly the most lavish wedding ever in Sussex, with guests arriving by helicopter and limousine. We can only imagine how many reception rooms will be needed to accommodate all these guests. Long before Abramovich bought the £12 million estate of Australian media mogul Kerry Packer in 1999. Today, the Fanning Hill estate is worth a whopping £18 million. What do you think is the secret to success? Well, that's probably because it covers 424 hectares. But here we go. Let's be honest, we all know that 8-bedroom villas stand out the most. Imagine waking up in an 8-bedroom villa, curled up on a king-size bed, and enjoying breathtaking views of the surrounding acres of lush greenery. You walk into the kitchen, which is equipped with state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for preparing a delicious breakfast. After breakfast, head outside to explore the hotel. Take a dip in the sparkling pool, soak up the sun on the tennis court, stroll through the gardens, and take in the views of the estate. As the day wraps up, Laura and Fauna gather with friends and family in one of 5 cottages, each as luxurious and well-appointed as the previous. Sadly, Abramovich lived a happy life at the Hill estate, but it all came to an abrupt end when he split from ex-wife Irina Malandina in 2007. Abramovich must surrender his ex-wife's estate documents as part of the divorce settlement. Folks, this is the Fanning Hill estate, property fit for a billionaire or billionaire. Speaking of wineries with a long history, we must mention the beautiful Château de la Cruette. At that time, the Duke of Windsor spent a happy summer vacation alone. But alas, love can be a fickle mistress. When he abdicated to marry his American mistress, Wallis Simpson, he had to say goodbye to his beloved detached villa at Cape Daunt Bay, on the coast of Zol. Since then, the castle has been owned by the Windsor family. It even hosted the 40th wedding anniversary celebrations of Winston and Clementine Churchill in 1948. But when the property came on the market in 2001, the one and only Roman Abramovich snapped it up, reportedly for more than £180 million. The mansion renovation cost about $226 million. Renovating the castle was a daunting undertaking that took 4 years, but Roman Abramovich is determined to turn it into a luxurious modern residence worthy of a billionaire. The redevelopment plan was approved in February 2004, and the project has since been in full swing. Given the attention to detail, it's no surprise the renovation took so long. Every piece of furniture and fittings has been crafted and designed specifically for the castle, and the end result is truly stunning. All the hard work and investment has paid off, and the castle is said to be worth a whopping $108 million now. One of the most impressive features of the renovated castle. The rooftop swimming pool is about 15 meters long. Imagine taking a dip in your luxurious pool while admiring the breathtaking views around you. Additionally, the castle's basement was converted into Abramovich's state-of-the-art gym and cinema. The exterior of the castle was not neglected during the renovation either. The grounds were designed by Peter Wertz, son of the famous Belgian landscape architect Jacques Wertz. Landscaping includes a variety of plant species. Being from California and the Mediterranean makes for a castle of breathtaking beauty. Abramovich has clashed with French authorities for underestimating property values. He therefore had to pay an additional tax of 1.2 million euros in both 2006 and 2007. However, ownership of the castle has been in doubt since April 2022 due to the ongoing Russian invasion. The French government seized the Château de la Croix as part of sanctions against Russian oligarchs. What happens to the castle remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: it will always be remembered as a magnificent home that once belonged to one of the wealthiest men in the world, Roman Abramovich.